Okay, so go into your story a little bit.
Out of high school, I was one of the top players in this area, really. Coming out of Fitch with a couple of my teammates and other people from the area. Went to the University of Notre Dame for 2 years. Our first year, we did really well. It was the national championship. We had a lot of spotlight. Then I just came across a lot of injuries and the freedom of being at school, partying, and just not necessarily being around the wrong crowd, but just, I guess, doing the wrong things, but trying to balance everything out, and it just becoming super hard. And one mistake led to another, and I lost my scholarship, got in trouble, was arrested, and that's not me at all. And I did bounce back from that, but now it's just I'm out here in the real world now, and it's like it's a reality hit.
Absolutely. So, as you go into college, you're 18, 19, however old. Talk about what that pressure's like. You just said your name was already huge around here. Then you go to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
You're playing. Everyone knows you're a football player. Talk about. Okay. Talk a little bit about being a 19-year-old kid with your name out there and those pressures.
Yeah, I mean, you really can't explain it until you've gone through it. And that's how I try to tell some people, because it's something that you have to go through to experience, and it is a lot of pressure, and especially with the fan base and the tradition and how big Notre Dame was, one of the biggest Catholic institutions in the world. You got a lot of pressure on you, and for an 18, 19-year-old kid, for what they expect, you have to be very, very disciplined. And I was a disciplined person, but I think just being away from my mom, being away from my support, I lost my track a little bit here and there, and then it led to bad decisions. But it's hard, and it's something that the guys that I see succeed, and my friends that are in the league right now, they did a good job of it, staying the course. So, hats off to them and everything, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah, it's not for everyone. And, just being I went to Florida State,
Okay.
Big party school or whatever. Just being a regular college student, sometimes, you lose track of everything. But how is it being hard? Is it difficult being a, D1 athlete with also being surrounded by all the partying and the college life?
Oh, yeah, even at YSU, I'm sure, because it's even more of a tight-knit group probably, and everyone knows more of everyone, even though Notre Dame is small too. You could walk out of the store and be, oh, you play for YSU or you play for Notre Dame or whatever, come over to this party with us and do this and do that. And it's like, what do you say? You're going to say no, or you're going to say yeah. So you have to make those decisions on those type of things. And, there's people who want to help you out and actually are meaning good for you. And then there's some people who might be trying to, I don't know, maybe at the end of the day, turn their back on you or blackmail you or get you in trouble for what you were doing or something. So you have to be careful about what you're doing. And I don't know why some of the players are suspended from YSU and things like that, but you got to be careful what you're taking and just who you're with and just everything like that.
Absolutely, just watching your back everywhere.
Everywhere.
So if you had any advice for, players that are going now, or kids that are about to go play, what would your advice be?
You got guys like Lynn Bowden from the area. I don't know too many other high school guys right now, but just to them, it's what you want to do. If you want to go to the school and play football, then do that and give that 100%. The drinks and whatever, the women, all that can come later after you get to where you want to get to. That's how I kind of see it now. It's just you got to have tunnel vision and stay focused on what your dream and your goal is and achieve it, because it's right there. When you're in high school, you're one step away from that college level. I got to the college level. There's other guys who got to the college level, but then once we got there, it was like, what do we do now? You work hard and you go to class, but there's so many other avenues you can go to. You could either go downwards or go upwards, hang around the right people, the right crowd, listen to your coaches, listen to your teachers, listen to your mentors or not. So that's really how it goes at the end of the day.
All right, awesome. And I guess just out of curiosity, my last question, there's been this argument over, I guess, the past several years as far as college athletes like D1 paying them, and a lot of people say they're already paid with tuition, books, like free, all that. Do you think that would change anything if they say they were getting money to do this?
Honestly, I mean, and this is coming from a former player. I mean, it was just me and my mom, so I mean, I was on full tuition, but I mean, it's hard to say because there's different schools do different things with their money and how they give it to you and stuff. So for me, I can personally say I probably didn't need any money at Notre Dame. If I did, it was because I wasn't handling my money right. So it's hard to say because there's others who come from way worse situations than me, and they probably do need some money for things, for food and clothes like that. But I mean, we did get that from school and stuff like that. It's hard to say. Some do, absolutely, some do, because some come from really bad situations and things like that. I didn't come from the worst situation, nor did I come from the best. So I can't say that. For me, if I would have got paid in college, it would have been worse for me.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Me too, probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
What's the future hold?
What's the future hold?
Yeah.
We use this lesson in the future.
Absolutely. Well, I left YSU. I got hurt again. Same injury I had at Notre Dame, and that I backtracked. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. I backtracked and just trying to think about my life and what I really want to do. So I'm just working right now. Hopefully, I think I'm gonna get into school next fall, finish out. I only have like 2 years left. Still really figuring out what I really want to do at 23. Just because I don't know. I thought I'd be doing something if it wasn't football. I thought someone would just fall in my lap, but that's not how things happen. So I'm just trying to be the best person I can be and just help others. And if I can keep speaking to people like this, then I'm going to keep doing that. And I want to see the young guys do well. I want to see them get to the league. I have more than like 20 friends in the league. I saw my buddy Ronnie Stanley, who's the #1 draft pick for the Ravens this past fall. We went down to Baltimore and seen him play. I mean, that's all I want to do. I want to see people live out their dreams. So if I can do that in any way, that's what the future holds for me.